You got the OG Michael Johnson coming off of a major knockout victory against Alan Patrick. But you're also fighting Jamie Mullarkey. Come on, brother. You know my man. Listen, he got finished by Jalen Turner in his last fight. And let's be honest, in comparison to what Brad Riddell did to this man, he survived a lot longer. It was much more competitive. Was it really? Not really. But Jalen Turner clearly, 5-fight win streak, 5-finish win streak. That man's a different level. He just knocked out Devontae Smith, knocked out Kama Worthy. Yeah, you lost to the smile killer Faraz Ziam. Yeah, you lost to Brad Riddell. Okay, that's fine. But I think that even though Jamie Mullarkey is 2-3 in the UFC, the man is so much better than what his record indicates. Now, Michael Johnson, you just broke a pretty massive losing streak to get that big win much needed. However, you think Jamie Mullarkey, man, you're going against the young chiseled veteran, or the young dude, Jamie Mullarkey, the hungry young gun. I think it's going to play out a little bit differently. Now, we do know Michael Johnson looks great until he doesn't. That's like the story of every fight. Like, he's like whooping that ass until something happens, and then inevitably he gets caught and then gets rocked, and here we go. But if it comes to pure striking, Johnson can win this fight. If you're Jamie Mullarkey, do you keep it pure striking? No. The man averages almost 3.5 takedowns a fight. If you're Jamie Mullarkey, get this fight to the ground and pound, get in, and get the hell out. How do you see this fight playing out, bro? Because Michael Johnson, I can see an upset happening, but that's only if Jamie Mullarkey I just want to sit there and box with you. So what do you think?
If Jamie Mullarkey comes to fight with his ego, man, I can see the scrap happening, man. I can see Michael Johnson having a time. And he's Michael Johnson, he's very streaky. He'll get on losses, but then something like that happens where a young guy comes in, thinks, oh, I'm going to knock this dude out. I'm going to, have this name on my belt, blah, blah, blah. But Michael Johnson's always dangerous, man. And he's a good wrestler. Yeah, better at the striking, I think, as well, and a little bit better of a counter striker. But he can get the wrestling going. And if Mullarkey comes in with those hands, I think you might see something a little bit different. But to me, personally, I think Mullarkey's going to do the same thing he always does, man. Get the fist flying a little bit, shoot for the takedown, get it going, get the fight done, get back to the back of the locker room, go home. Make this one a quick, easy one. And I don't necessarily know if they're doing Mullarkey a favor. Do you think they're doing Jamie Mullarkey a favor with this fight? Because you listed off his, you said he's 2-3. You listed off a lot of those fighters that he's fighting. Those are a lot of top dogs in there. Faraz Zion, all those fighters. And Mullarkey, he's new in the UFC. Now he's getting Michael Johnson. They're throwing homeboy to the dogs. But if you can prove he's a real deal, I think it'll be beneficial for him. But do you think the UFC brass is doing him a favor fighting him against Michael Johnson and these vets like this?
This is a favor because Michael Johnson has the largest name value I'm not going to say that he's the easiest fight because he's not an easy fight by any stretch of the imagination. But Jalen Turner, Devontae Smith, Brad Riddell. I mean, come on, brother. You're fighting unheralded dudes who are super high level versus the high name, the big, huge name who isn't the same Michael Johnson that he was when he fought Khabib. You know what I mean? This isn't the same guy. So that's why I do think that they're doing him a favor because you have the most potential to move up in the rankings if you get a big win, a spectacular win. Then again, it's not a good spot because if you lose, you just lost to Michael Johnson. Or they could say, all right, fair, Michael Johnson, you know what I mean? He's back. But like I said, he just hasn't been in the greatest form as of late. Now, you have a 27-year-old versus a 36-year-old, man. This is the big story. We have the in with the new, out with the old. We're having the rite of passage fights here. And I think Jamie Mullarkey, once again, I think he's much better than his record indicates. So when it comes down to a pure kickboxing match, Michael Johnson, he's going to give you real problems. MMA match, Jamie Mullarkey, man. He's going to give him some fits. Now, here's the thing, AJ. Michael Johnson has been knocked out twice in his career. He's been submitted 9 times. Jamie Mullarkey has 3 submission wins on his record. However, in his last 5, his 2 wins, right, because 2-3 in his last 5, his 2 wins have come via knockout, both sides. Do we see a knockout here? Do we see a submission here? Did Jamie Mullarkey ride out just a nasty decision victory? How are you seeing this play out?
Man, I'm seeing this one play out. Ground games going down all day for Jamie Mullarkey. I kind of like that plus 450 submission. I mean, that's looking a little tasty to me right there, just because of the way Mullarkey knows that you can't lose. You can't drop one to Michael Johnson. I mean, no disrespect to the Phenom. I'll get it right now. The menace, Michael Johnson, man, because he's a vet and a name value is right there. But if you drop one to him, a lot of people are looking like, damn, really? Michael Johnson? Okay, he's old school, but he's still very dangerous. I think Mullarkey's going to come in, get the fight to the ground, get it going. I like that submission prop a lot, especially because, like you said, Michael Johnson's been submitted quite a few times in his past. Let's see, what is it exactly?
9 times,
Nine
bro.
submissions. 9 times, bro. 9 times. I think Mullarkey gets it done right there. What about you?
I like what you're saying. It sounds good. It rolls off the tongue well. But when we're looking at it, he hasn't notched a submission win since 2015, bro. It's been 7 years since my man got a submission. And these are rear naked chokes. So I think that he's more prone, more apt to saying, choke, huh? Why can I do that when I can just smash your face in? You know what I mean? I don't know where Jamie Mullarkey is from, but he sounds like he's from Boston. You know what I'm saying? Let me take a look. Let me actually take a quick peek at Jamie Mullarkey, see where he's fighting at. Oh, he's an Australian. How did I forget? He is absolutely an Australian. So, yeah, he's not going to want to submit you. He's going to punch your fucking face in. Come on, bro. So, yeah, Jamie Mullarkey is going to do Jamie Mullarkey things. This is going to be a tough one here. I'm not going to lie to you here, AJ. Man, there's so many ways you can go here. You can get a decision victory here over Michael Johnson, who could just kind of hang tight. Does Michael Johnson have a tendency to quit in a fight? I don't really think so. But then again, you never really know. Jamie Mullarkey, what are you going with, brother? What's your final tally on this one? How does Jamie Mullarkey get it done? Did you say the submission or the TKO?
I'm going with the submission. I'm taking the bigger shot of the two. I'm going with a submission. I still think it's going to get the work done with his hands, the ground and pound. And I think Michael Johnson is he's not a quitter. He's not going to turn and like give his neck up.
Yeah.
But I do think there's going to be a submission presented, and Mullarkey might take that, get back on his ways. But I could also see the TKO happen. And I'm going to stick with the submission. And I'm going to say round 3. So the over.
Oh, you're taking the over.
Is that the over?
That is the over. It's 2.5, right, for the over and under, my man. So to go over 2.5 rounds, we're looking at over 12 minutes and 30 seconds of fight time. So if that's what you're thinking, that is the over. I'm gonna take the TKO here for Jamie Mullarkey, brother. He does have bricks of hands, my man. Like he has incredible strength. Being able to put out Devontae Smith, being able to put out a Kama Worthy, just straight knock these dudes out, man. It goes to show that he has those bricks, and if he can get into a TKO ground and pound situation against Michael Johnson, I think that's his best bet. But I'm gonna take the under on the 2.5 rounds. I do want you to know the over and under plus 125 for the over, minus 155 for the under. So the odds makers think that Jamie Mullarkey gets it done in the distance.